What's up, guys? Today we absolutely have to have a conversation about something that either one, you just don't ever want to talk about, or two, that has been talked about so much you don't want to revisit it. But despite those two things, you still have this feeling in many areas of your life, and that feeling is fear. We have got to have a discussion about fear because fear is such a real emotion. And speaking from experience as entrepreneurs, that is one of the absolute predominating emotions, especially in my opinion, for females. And this fear could come from anywhere and could be about anything. It could be fear of failure. It could be fear of judgment, it could be fear of doubt, and it could also be fear of success. Becoming successful is also something that you can have a lot of fear around because, in my opinion and in my experience, it removes a curtain that you can hide behind. When you're not successful and you're afraid of failing, at least you have something that you can blame your failures on, right? But when you become successful, you really can't hide behind any curtain anymore to blame for failures, to blame for wrongdoings. And I think that's why people are so afraid of that success. And fear of success was absolutely what hindered me until recently, be it because of feeling like I was going to be judged, or I wasn't going to perform, or I wasn't able to do what it is that I said I could do. But the more I think about it and the more time goes by, the more absolutely ridiculous that sounds. And what you need to realize is that when people tell you not to have fear, don't listen to them. Fear is necessary, in my opinion, to push you forward in doing the things that you don't want to do and ultimately becoming the person that you need to be. Being afraid is an absolutely necessary stepping stone between where you are now and where you want to be. And it's absolutely one of those emotions that you have got to master and have and experience if you ever want to learn resiliency. And we talk a lot about resiliency here because resiliency is the key to so many things in personal and professional lives, is having resiliency. And when you experience fear and you have fear and you overcome it, you have built resiliency to whenever that fear returns, you know exactly how to deal with it. So if you're coming into a situation or an experience in your life where you are afraid about something or you're having fear about something new, feel it. Embrace it. Let it do what it needs to do to you, but remember not to let it stop you, not to let it take advantage of you, but embrace that fear, learn from it, and execute anyway. Push forward, and eventually that fear will diminish, and you won't have fear for that thing anymore. You will have built resiliency around the fear that you used to have. And one of the biggest tricks that I talked about today on my other social channels is if you have a few things that you're afraid about, take different pieces of paper and write those things down on those individual pieces of paper and crumble up those papers and throw them away. Release those fears if you felt them before and you feel them creeping back. Or better yet, if you don't ever want those fears to return, you take those pieces of paper and you light them on fire and they will never come back. Just treat that like you're releasing them once and for all. So have that fear, embrace that fear, but let that fear be a stepping stone to your ultimate success and the ultimate building of resiliency that you have to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. You are worth it and you can do this. And that's what I have for you guys today. I'll see you all in the next video.